Hey everybody, Roberta from handandhandandlife.com, and I've got a few minutes, so I thought I'd read you a couple of passages out of one of my books. This one was written by my mother and I many years ago, and it took 13 years to edit it and get it out there properly. But it was called Sharon Rose, the Rose of Tralee, and we had to change the title. So it is now Secrets in the Tides. And I'll start with chapter 1, and I'll just read you a blurb that hopefully will make you want to read a little bit more. It's called The Homecoming in chapter 1. This is Sharon Rose talking. I'm not going to edit this, so, just go with me. I stood on the deck of the Islander, wind blowing through my hair and thoughts racing through my crowded mind. Although I had taken this journey many times in my life, this time was very different. The closer the ferry got to the island, the more restrictive my breathing became. I felt suffocated as panic took over. That kind of panic that makes you sweat and feel sick to your stomach. That kind of panic that makes the room spin and makes you want to scream at the top of your lungs. Help! I can't breathe. I felt trapped, and I just wanted to jump over the side of that ship and swim back home to safety, to denial, to alcohol, which dulled the pain. So that's the opening of our book. And then I've just chosen a couple of little blurbs just to show you what happens as it progresses. I don't want to give away any of the secrets and the twists and turns, so you're only going to get a little piece. And this is chapter 32, a little ways down into it. It was 3 a.m. when all were woken suddenly by a blood-curdling scream. It was coming from inside of me. You want to know why? You got to get the book. Okay, chapter 38. The yacht was already going under as we pulled away. The further we got, the more we watched behind helplessly. As hope faded away in the distance, there were 13 passengers in all, including the captain and crew. The Irish are very superstitious, so I was very surprised they would allow 13 on a boat. We had very few supplies packed on board because there wasn't enough room. The captain watched the skies and the current for his direction, and he believed we were heading towards the Aran Islands. He assured us that once there, he could get help and we would be home sometime tomorrow night. I was really scared about spending the night on this lifeboat. Sharks, considering my recent encounter with one, were weighing heavy on my mind. And if you read way back, you'll see why she talks about the sharks, because she did have an encounter with a shark. And a lot of my stuff, I take from life. And I had an encounter with a shark, and I used to suffer from panic disorder. So it's easy to write about what you can feel and what you know. And if you have a book inside of you, I encourage you to write it down. If you don't know how to write, it doesn't matter. Take an index card, a piece of paper, anything. Write a thought down. It's like, oh, this would be a good idea, And then, take another piece of paper on another day or another moment. You could be anywhere when you get a thought, and it's like, oh, this is interesting. And then once you take one of those thoughts and then you elaborate on it and you're like, okay, what would I say about that? And then you just make it bigger and bigger. And then you put the pieces together. And that's one way of writing. And then you find someone that can help you learn how to publish it yourself or send it off to some publishers if you want to take that shot. It's really hard. Believe me, I did it for many years. Publishers didn't want to talk to me unless I had an agent. Agents didn't want to talk to me unless I had a publisher. I became a licensed publisher and just did it all myself. And you can too, if that's your interest. But if you want a really great summer reading, because it's summer, I've been on the beach. I love to sit there and just veg out and, jump the waves, of course, watching for sharks while I'm there, especially down the Cape right now. There's a lot of great white sightings. But I love to just sit and read a book or write a book or edit a book. I'm always a book. That's just me. I've always had a passion for the pencil and the paper. If you give me a gift of a pen or a pencil or a pad of paper or some art supplies, I am so excited to create something brand new. And I'll give you a little sneak peek of this. My husband and I are creating this book, and look at this cute little thing with a German Shepherd at a cotton candy stand, getting cotton candy when he's supposed to be looking for his friend. And it's just going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm illustrating that one right now, and I've illustrated for somebody else and myself. And it's just do what you're passionate about today. Do it. Don't sit around and say, someday I want to be a chef. Someday I want to write a book. Someday I'm going to try skiing. You know, someday I want to go see what it's like to golf with my husband. I do that. You know, what is your someday? And what are you waiting for? Go. Do it. Enjoy. Eat this life. See you soon.